Hi, first graders. Mr. Christian here to do today's read aloud. The title of today's read aloud is Hey, 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 a tale of bales and the machines that make them. Our author of this book is Christy Mihaly. The illustrator is Joe Cepeda. This book is actually a rhyming book, so you're going to hear a lot of words that rhyme with each other and they have that same ending sound. They don't necessarily have to spell the same ending sound. They just have to have that same sound coming out of them. So as I'm reading, try to see if you can take notice of those two words that rhyme with each other. See if you're able to even say those two words as well. You can put a thumb up as well whenever you hear those two words that rhyme with each other. So I hope you have a comfortable place to sit. You have both ears open, ready to listen. Your eyes focus on the screen. And let's get started with today's read aloud. On a cold and wintry day, I love to break out bales of hay. The hay smells fresh like summer sun. I feed my horses one by one. So far, we have the words day and hay and sun and one. They have that rhyming sound that they have that similar sound that ends with each other. Let's continue. Listen, and I'll tell the tale of storing summer in a bale. Every June, when grass turns green, our hayfield makes a pretty scene. When it's high enough, we mow. On cutting day, we're set to go. Mower blades slide through the grass. A new row falls with every pass. Stalks and stems are scattered around. The scents of new mown plants abound. Next we run the teether through to fluff the grass and dry the dew. Underneath the sun's bright rays, we feel the heat of summer's blaze. Mom calls out, let's take a break for switchel and a piece of cake. That sounds yummy. Hay must dry for several days beneath the summer sun's warm rays. Once it's had a chance to dry, we rake the windrows long and high. Baling time, I heard Mom shout. It's time to drive the baler out. Up and down the windrow trails, that baler rolls hay into bales. We gather up the bales and then we store them in our barn again. This year's crop is stashed away and ready for a winter's day. Mower, teeter, baler, hay. We're haying on a summer day. Hey, hey, hey. And that is the end of our read aloud. I'm going to read out these words, some of the definitions of some of the words that we learned, like the word teether, switchel, and hay and such. So let's start with the word bale. A bale is a bundle of hay which can be made round or square. A baler is a machine that rolls out or packs the loose dried hay into neat packages for storage. Now, hay is grass, clover, alfalfa, and similar green plants that have been cut and dried to use to feed animals like horses, cows, sheep, and goats. A hay rake is a tool that gathers cut hay into long windrows. A mower is a machine that cuts grass. A farm mower is an extra large lawn mower. A switchel is a drink, sometimes called the haymaker's punch. It's made for thirsty workers at haying time. I'm pretty sure it's like a combination of different fruits that come together to make that drink. The teeter is a machine that picks up and spreads cut hay so it dries quickly and evenly. A tractor is a strong, big wheeled vehicle used on farms to pull attachments like mowers, teethers, brakes, balers, and to lift and move things like hay bales. And windrows are long piles of hay in the field ready to be baled. So, those are some of the words that we heard in this read aloud. And how about let's actually find pictures of them. So, of course, these little twisted up things are the hay that's put together. It's called a bale. We have the mom here in her tractor with the machine called the baler that is going over these lines of hay that you see here. They're called the windrows, and she's making bales out of them. So she's driving this machine called the baler over these long lines of hay to turn them into these nicely packed up circular bales of hay for farm animals. And where else can we see some of those words that we learned today? Oh, and here we have the teether. This machine right here is a teether, and of course, we still have the mom here in the tractor. This is a teether. And the mower that helps cut the grass to make it short. Yeah, I think we went over all those words that we learned about by figuring out what their definition was, what they meant. Awesome. Oh, yeah, the switchel was that drink that the mom brought out with the cake. Yeah, the switchel's right here. This drink. I think that's the last thing I forgot. It looks like a pretty tasty and refreshing fruit punch, especially since they've been working on the field for such a long time. It must taste really refreshing to them. All right, scholars. Well, I hope that you enjoyed. Oh, look, here is the ingredients to make your own switchel drink. Oh, let's read it. The ingredients are 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, 4 tablespoons of maple syrup, 1 teaspoon of fresh grated ginger, and 4 cups of water. It says combine the ingredients in a large jar with a lid and a shake. Pour the mixture over ice cubes to serve right away, or chill it in the refrigerator for a few hours. Stir well before pouring into your glass. Makes about a quart, which means a quarter of amount of the drink. So if you want to pause the video and maybe have an adult come and maybe write down this ingredient to try your own switchel, you can definitely pause the video and write down these ingredients and the steps. I'm gonna try to make it. Yeah, because it sounds like a very refreshing drink, to drink when, especially to drink when there's a lot of warm weather, especially now during the summer. All right, scholars. Well, I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you tomorrow for tomorrow's read aloud.